Fitchburg. I'm the Director of Religious Education at St. Joseph Church. I don't intend to promote my moral or theological beliefs. I intend to speak to the economics of the issue, which disturb me considerably. Also, the procedural error that was committed. The City Council made a decision to give permission to Planned Parenthood to set up their facility on Main Street. The decision was based on erroneous information given to them by City Solicitor Michael Scioto, meaning that he said that they were supposed to do it first. It wasn't. It was supposed to be you, obviously. When the error was pointed out to them following research by a doctor contacted by a lawyer contacted by Dr. Rollo, the right procedure came about, and therefore it was forwarded to you. This error is then corrected. Despite this, Planned Parenthood had already engaged a contractor, and that contractor had already pulled the necessary permits to begin work on the facility. This can be easily rectified by a cease and desist order. It's my understanding that this is a procedural error, and that if a procedural error was made and therefore permits were given, they were given on the wrong information and they're now in void. It seemed very simple to me. The City Council and Planning Board wish to re-energize and recreate Main Street for the good of the city. And because of this procedural error, the Planning Board now has the opportunity finally to rectify the situation and proceed with their original goals. Their original goals have always been for the good of the city. It seems illogical to me that prospective tenants on Main Street would like to start their relationship with the city if their new businesses had to encourage customers to face young people hanging around Planned Parenthood facility waiting to qualify for an abortion. Also, since the various medical facilities in place in the city of Fitchburg already care for the needs of all of its people, it stands to reason that the only extras that Planned Parenthood facility could give would be wholesale birth control pills without parent permission and enabling girls to get abortion at the Worcester facility. In other words, they would come here, they would get qualified, and then they would be directed to go to Worcester. In the future, however, later on, when the Fitchburg facility expands to an abortion clinic, again, young people would be hanging around. Not an ideal climate for a prospective renter. The city of Fitchburg has done a remarkable job of educating its young people. Unplanned pregnancy among them is down 14%. That's not the same nationwide. Actually, we should raise banners and say how great the city is and what they've done. Why then was Fitchburg chosen? Very simply, geographically, it's located halfway between Worcester and the towns to the north. So it made sense. This way it's easier for the people in the north to get what they need and then get directed to go to Worcester. Additionally, a recent article in the Sentinel pointed out that abortion is down somewhat nationwide. Thus, the business of abortion is losing money. Sentinel did that article about 2 months ago. Of necessity, then, more clinics must be created closer to populations needing the service of abortion. In my lifetime as a teacher, 36 years, retired, not in a parochial school, in public school, and as Director of Religious Education, I have dealt with women who have received abortion. From a purely economic standpoint, Planned Parenthood does not deal with the aftermath with young girls and with women. In fact, that job falls entirely on the healthcare community, both the physical aftermath as well as the psychological aftermath. And I don't even want to take your time up to tell you stories, because they're not pretty. In closing, I do not see then that this is a good plan economically for the city of Fitchburg, because it does not contribute to the long-range goals of an economically struggling city. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.